propreté. Hello! Est-ce que tu nous entends?
Il va faire 38 secondes.
Check le son, il est là.
Tu l'entends-tu, Robin? Ben, il n'y a peut-être pas ses écouteurs, tu devrais lui écrire. Écris-y.
Là, ce qu'on va faire, c'est qu'on va faire un peu, Yes!
Cool.
Super.
Bon, génial.
Puis on va faire de quoi de super, super funky. On va mettre
Du métal.
du heavy metal! C'est cool ça?
Ouais.
Ok, puis on va faire mute pendant
Hello everyone.
The usual, not super well prepared. My casquette.
You need your cat? No, you don't have your cat. I don't have mine here. You should put out the sticker. Pull off the sticker.
Hello guys.
Hello everyone. How are you doing, people?
So this week is just going to be the two of us. Vincent is sick and super tired, so we gave him a small break. Okay, so thanks. I'd say first, yeah, thank you for your patience because we skipped the last month's stream. I don't know if any of you remembered, we've been talking about something secret. Then that was the secret. The E3 teaser was a secret. I apologize, we couldn't share anything for kind of legal reasons and things like this. But before going any further, I'll just look at the chat and make sure that everything is fine.
Yeah,
so I don't speak like a chipmunk for an hour. Is it good? Okay, yeah, no. Vic is sick, but maybe he's watching the stream at home. We don't know, so we cannot share any secrets. Everything's good. Is the quality good? We have a new camera. Is this, yeah? Clocking good? Yeah. Thanks, Dan. It's all fine. Great.
Awesome.
We're getting better and better and better. and it's barely 11 and like past 8, and we're already streaming. So I'm kind of proud of myself.
Hello.
Yeah. Thanks. Okay, cool. So yeah, so many things to talk about.
Maybe we should start with E3.
Yeah. Okay. So
it was a really great experience for
really
all of us.
great experience. Yeah.
It was awesome.
It was
our first E3 also.
First E3 also. Yeah. It's really fun because we've been in the industry for
like 17 years.
Yeah, 17 years, 15 myself, 20 Vincent, and the three of us was our first E3 ever. So it's quite an achievement just to be there for your own game. This is fucking awesome.
It's an achievement, and it felt really great.
Yeah,
being there.
So we represented you guys well. Mm-hmm. We didn't go not spending money like stupid people or whatever. We just we kept super professional. Yeah. Couple beers though.
Yeah, for sure. It was darn hot there also.
Yeah. Weather was great. I had a chance to skate a bit. Yeah. I screwed up my elbow. Is it elbow? Yeah. Shoulder. So I'm getting old.
Yeah. Just reading a bit of comments. Chris Charlie. Yeah,
we met Chris.
Yeah.
Actually, we've been talking with Chris for a long time now.
We had lunch with him.
Yeah, we had lunch.
Breakfast.
Yeah, and I think you guys saw the Instagram post from Chris. Just so you know, there was no master plan behind this post. Yeah. We've been talking about this post. It was really funny because people thought it was super conspiracy thing. No, it was just Chris cruising LA. That's it. Cool. Okay, as usual, I think it's going to be really super organic. So E3 was great. It was a really cool experience. Microsoft received us really well. It was really cool. We felt like big important dudes. Yeah. It was really cool.
Hey, Chris Charlie has worked really hard for us just to make sure that we had kind of special treatment.
Pretty much. It was because they really wanted to keep this as a big surprise. Yeah. Up to a point that
we were wearing
our shirts, so they had to hide us, making sure that nobody would take a picture in the lineup. So yeah, that was cool. That was really fun.
And seeing the teaser in that big, huge screen, we were sitting, three of us right there, and when this teaser started, it was, oh man, I was almost crying.
it was really cool. So and after this, tons of things happened, as you probably saw. In terms of coverage, I was kind of expecting it would be not that big actually. I was expecting it would be big because it's E3, but we've received like the debrief of the marketing kind of coverage, and it's been super positive. People are super excited. Obviously, like people have been talking about Skate 4 a lot, which is normal. But at the same time, I think it's kind of it's a good sign. Like for those who've been there and watched the thing, you probably saw like the Twitch feed, like people like going nuts, Skate 4, Skate 4. Maybe it was a bit a mistake on the creative side of the creation of the video. We might have should put session earlier in the video and not just at the end. So I think it kind of created this weird moment. But regardless, people got still really excited. So for those who are actually, you shouldn't be new to the stream, because if you're there, because you backed. If not, the idea behind this teaser was to promote the actual state of the game, how it's going to look like, how it's going to feel. The filmer mode, we wanted to promote the filmer mode as well.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about that a bit.
Yeah, and we're going to share tons of things. But mostly, our goal was not to piggyback on Skate 4 or whatever. It was just to, I think it's about time for Session to have its own identity and be like, no, we're a new skate game. Yeah, we do have like heavy inspiration, like we're heavy inspired by Skate series, but we're not trying to make Skate 4. We're just trying to make a kick-ass skate sim. So yeah, so anyway, there was like this funny surprise, but I think in the end, we can look at like the other side as, if people got fooled that long thinking it was K4, then maybe it means the game looks good. Looks at least it looks good. Looks good enough to be considered as it could have been Skate 4. So I guess it's kind of a clap in the back. So I'm going to jump like here and there. I'm gonna try to follow the chat a bit more today, just because I feel like there's so many stuff going on that we kind of miss. So yeah, it's quite compliment. Yeah, exactly. Like Dan said, I think it kind of it was kind of a compliment and an achievement in a sense that people thought that long it was Skate 4 until they realized that no, it's Session. So so props to us. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, so this is one of the point. Maybe we can like do a quick thing about what we're going to cover today. Yeah. So we're going to cover like art. We wanted also to show you, as you see, like the image in the corner. It's not a screenshot. It's in game.
Oh yeah, we see it. Yeah, it's there.
Yeah. So so we wanted to give you like a brief idea of where we want to go with the editing mode, like video editing share mode, because well, this is what you pay for at a first glance, is you want a video editor. So we're going to show you the progress there, and also how we made the teaser. I think it could be something interesting to see, like how we did it. We did it with the filmer mode that we have right now. It's rough, so we won't cover the filmer mode per se today.
But it's there.
Yeah, it's there. It's kind of a it's the good reason for we want to show you like a more fleshed out filmer mode before. Right now it's still rough kind of debug thing, but still, no, we'll show you what it gives in the game and what kind of content it will provide for you to create your videos. So yeah, so this we'll also briefly talk about like what's coming up. Also, like you guys probably noticed, we kind of changed the time frame. So I think it might be worth talking about this as well, like the release and everything, and animation, and art, and what's been done code-wise and everything. So yeah, and then after this, we've tried a new kind of a recipe or thing is we'll go with we asked Nick to grab a couple of questions on Discord, so because we're not always looking at the chat and we don't want to scroll back and forth to find the questions, we have all the questions here. Yep. And then we're going to try to answer them all, or as much as we can. So that's it. Cool. So where do we start? What do we start with the progress in general?
Yeah.
And then we keep the teaser for the end?
Yeah, for sure. For the teaser, we had to work really hard, like to deliver some nice looking locations, and yeah, for sure, it's small parts of the hub that we're working on right now. So yeah, so it was pretty much intense just before E3, just to make sure that the teaser was looking great, and working also with the filmer mode was another thing also, how we could create a nice looking teaser that would represent the actual game. And yeah, so art wise right now we're working really hard just to make sure that the game looks stunning, and I think we have a lot of good feedback with the teaser. Yeah, so right now we're 2.5 artists working. Well,
yeah, no, not half anymore.
not half anymore.
So
yeah, so we're 2 artists working full time on the art side.
Yeah.
Building all the assets, placing stuff, doing level design at the same time. So creating some gameplay opportunities, level design, level art, modeling, texturing, lighting, everything. So because we're only 2 right now, so it's like we're trying to do as much as possible to
to get together.
So yes, but we're pretty confident that at the end you're gonna be happy with the game. So so we're gonna deliver quality for sure, and most important thing is that right now we're having a lot of fun doing the art for the game. Yeah.
So maybe what I can add on top of this is for the month we missed the stream. What happened was mostly actually, you know what, I'm gonna go back even like just before this. For those who was kind of questioning or wondering how the structure was working and how we progress throughout, like pretty much everything, audio, art, animation, and everything. Before Seb joined us 2 months ago, there was it was Robin, who's our internal artist, and myself. We've been working for maybe 4 months on the art, and myself, I was working art, animation, kind of a creative thing, and gameplay, working with Vincent, along with kind of rolling the business, doing the paperwork and all like government crap that we need to do as a business. And then before that, it was just like Vincent and me. So the way it was split, it was like Vincent was full like programmation and business, and I was like covering the art, and art was also animation and art. So for those who are wondering like why is the pacing of the animation was was that slow at the beginning is because I had to spend lots of time doing level design, art, like making sure that the Robin was having like a good direction working and all this. So at the end of the day, I was spending maybe like 10-20% of my time, if I was lucky, in animation. So so that's kind of why like the pacing kind of goes. Luckily, we now have Seb, who's our partner with us, and you know it like for 2 months, and now the structure is more like it should be. So we're expecting like a better pace on progress, because Seb and Rob are going to work on art, on pretty much everything. My side, I'll be a lot more focused on animation and design. So what it kind of goes right now is I'm doing my animations and pretty much, and then we three of us, Seb, Rob, and I, are doing kind of reviews for gameplay, like to make sure that it feels right for skaters and everything. So it is a much more healthier development pace that I'm fairly confident that in the upcoming months there's going to be like really cool progress on pretty much all the fields. So this is it for art. So to get back onto the E3, actually what you guys saw, it's pretty much been built inside 2 weeks. Yeah, it's been 2 crazy weeks.
On Red Bull?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. On energy drink, coffee, and yeah, so it kind of destroyed our health a bit more. So yeah, and during this period, we couldn't afford that much, spending too much time on animation, because there were too much to do on art to make sure it was pretty. Because the way we're working right now is we're spending what we were before Seb could join. We were spending more time on doing the layouts and making sure that the map was well fleshed out, so nothing was looking that pretty. But now it does. So yeah, so that's kind of pretty much it for the progress and everything. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I just want to read if there is any comment regarding the.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I was about to forget. Oh, sorry, Epic. If someone at Epic is watching this, thanks a lot for the grant.
Yeah.
For those who didn't know, we applied maybe 3 months ago to the Unreal Dev grant, and yeah, and we got it. So super cool. So yeah, that's great news. This is going to help a lot more, like a lot of development. It's a non-neglectable amount of money. Neglectable?
I don't know.
So yeah, we're super excited, and once again, it puts more credibility to the project. Now, it always look good when you talk to someone and say, hey, you know what? Yeah, our project's been like recipient of Unreal Dev grant, which is pretty cool. So yeah, so grant is confirmed.
Thanks,
so
guys.
That's just like more money making a better game. So that's pretty much it. Oh, I'm going to show this. YouTube wanted me to hide a fuck yeah. No, we want to share the fuck yeah. So yeah, so that's it for the Unreal grant. Super cool. So the decision's been taken upon the progress that we made during the Kickstarter campaign. So they had a chance to try the indoor V2, and I guess they liked it because yeah, we have it. So it's cool. So thanks everyone. Thanks Epic. It was a really good news because you know, when you're on a super tight budget, it's always kind of heartbreaking to go at E3. and then just by having like the opportunity to get this grant, make us feel a lot more comfortable to move and have this kind of non-development week hit on the budget. So yeah. So I guess that's it. What else? Oh, Ma Bros here. What's this? Have you guys had any contact from any former Black Box employees? Nope. No, we didn't. Actually, we're kind of boring because we're not trying that much to reach anyone around. We rather work. Like,
Yeah.
So we put more focus on this.
Packs.
Do you guys have planned to demo at any packs in the future? Maybe I think like packs might be a good
sure.
timing next year. So it's kind of April. PAX East is really close to us. Boston, it's 5 hours. So that'd be cool. We'll see. But anything in between, I don't know. I don't think so. And it's not really the time to promote the game. It's the time to make the game. So the E3, I think E3 was an opportunity that we couldn't miss. So that's why we went. But yeah. So that's pretty much it. What else? What else can we?
Well, there's a lot of questions, but it's already on the question list, so we could come
back.
Yeah,
we'll try to come back to the question later.
Sure.
After that, maybe we can talk about the progress in the game right away. And
so we spoke about the art side.
Yeah, turn my back and. Cool. If I do this, I don't know if maybe we should bring back the camera just a bit more for the audio, for audio's sake. It's getting hot here.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool. So do you guys still hear us? Well, fine. We good? I'm gonna check the chat. Is audio still okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Loud and clear.
Awesome. Okay, so yeah, so I guess you guys recognize this take. I'm gonna try to open the sequencer there. Okay, so as you see here, this is like
the banks.
The banks.
The banks.
It is the banks, and it's as trashy as the banks is in real life as well. So we.
I knew it was in game.
It's
totally in game.
Yeah, it is in game.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I think it's cool to just like talk about this. I think someone commented like, yeah, okay, looks good, but now can we see it in game? It's cool, like it is in game. Okay, so I'll go brief on the techie stuff. So maybe you can you can look further. So at least for the PC mode, we don't know yet about how it's going to look like. Please keep in mind that this is not our tools. This is Unreal Tools.
Sequencer.
It's called the sequencer, but it's pretty much the same kind of logic that we're going to use for.
We must say that Vincent has worked really hard.
Yeah.
To let us use the tool for the teaser.
Yeah. So the way we're going to make like videos in Unreal is going in session is going to be fairly similar to how the sequencer work. We plan to have like bass tracks, so you'll be able to create your keys. Like I would say, for example, if I go like this is like the camera, go like this, and then you move, and then you create your key. And after this, when you scrub, you have your new position and so on. Now for like controller wise, it's going to be like kind of similar thing. And then later on, just to be clear, disclaimer, this is going to probably happen later on. We'll try to add like layers so you can do some cool subtleties and modify like the FOV and things like this. So you see, for example, this is really cool. It works really well. Like you can like zoom in, zoom out. So for us, it's super inspiring to to work with a tool like this, because it's almost like half the job is done.
Someone is saying, just like working in Adobe After Effects, but it will be more accessible.
Exactly.
The main objective is to make sure that the tool,
yeah,
it will not be a tool. It needs to be fun to use. It needs to be accessible, easy to use.
Yeah.
So,
but also like deep enough so you can go crazy. So yeah. So and them Skate3 made you pay extra for that? No, yeah, for us, you won't have to pay to have access to this editor. So okay, so this is kind of the. I just wanted to be super brief about the video editing because this is so early. No, we don't even have like a UI to do these things. I just wanted to kind of give you a glimpse of what we envision as a tool for making the video editor. So I'll put this aside just to make sure that there's no more kind of question regarding the the option there's in it. But we want to cover, at least for the first version, it's going to be able to modify the focus and the field of view and create key on the timeline. So that's it. Okay, so as for the in-game stuff, so as you see here, I'm kind of I'm gonna try to. Can I slow? If I go like this, I wonder if I can like. Okay, I'm gonna loop the playback. Okay, so here's the take. I think it's kind of the first take you get in the teaser. So right now, as you guess, we've slowed it down. But how it works is basically what Vitsa did is it is a recorder inside the game. So when you start recording, it does record every animation and every position and whatnot of the board. Because obviously a big challenge for us was, now that the board is physic, I think it does a lot more work than just capturing everything like this. So it was a fairly difficult challenge for Vic, but he still did it. And from there, we could record a track for the filmer mode, and then after this, we could record the track. So the way it kind of goes is the filmer mode was giving us like a good first pass on how the camera would look like for the editor, and then after this we had access to the curves of the camera to make it like smoother and feels better. But what you see there, what kind of goes in loop right now, is really, it is gameplay. It's no hack, no bullshit. This is like, and I think like for all of those who play the game, I think you notice this is gameplay. With the glitch and hiccups that we still have, you see there, we have a small. I'm gonna zoom to make sure that it is smooth and weird, but you see here, it does keep the align, and the speed is not right. No, all things like this are going to be covered along the way. But it was really important for us to keep these, because we wanted a really honest teaser that really show the game how it is, like no hack, nothing. I think the only little thing I added, just because I'm a VX geek, is I added the lens flare that was not in the game yet. That's the only thing I did post. But it was like super selfish edit. I really wanted this smooth VX line in one of the shots. Another one that is really like under the rail by the stair set. But anyway, so yeah, so this is really important that you guys, we wanted to show you this because we also want to show you how we worked, how it's been made, and also give you a brief idea of how the banks looks like right now.
Maybe you could show another shot.
Yeah, maybe I
Why
could
not?
show another
Why
shot.
not?
Oh yeah, this one. Okay. Do you guys recognize this one? It's exactly like the one I was talking about.
The lens flare.
Yeah, you see, like this is like the full sequence with the nose blunt. So it's pretty cool, like kind of intense, but still on the edge of reality. Right, no, a nice nollie flip nose blunt. I think it's really cool. So yeah, so you see here, maybe this is something I can cover too. If I take the sky, details. Where's my details? Okay. There you go. All my layout is kind of messed up right now, so I'm okay, time of day. So yeah, so this here, I think it was something around, yeah, that time here. It was about like 2 p.m. As you see, like in the teaser, there's a VX line here. This is what I added. Post. That's the only thing we did post effect. Everything else is 100% in the game. No post process, nothing. It's just like pure in game. So yeah, so that's it. And then after this, you have like this chunk. So maybe we can play it back. So yeah. So as for animation, as you guys probably know, right? The landing is going to be reworked and pretty much everything. I started to work on right now. We're working on the ollie, making sure that it really feels grounded when we land on the ground, because we had this small issue that on particular heights we were everything was looking good, but if you were jumping from too high, this is where it was starting to look really weird. Now the contact was not being made at the right time. The impact was not looking good enough. Things like this. Will there be celebration animations? Yeah, maybe this is something that could be that could probably be cool. Where we just need to see how we're going to implement these things. Yeah, exactly, the double land, exactly. So this is something that we're working on right now. This comes from the fact that most of the placeholder were like just super quickly trimmed mocap, not clean, pushed it. So there's a lot of really weird shapes. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. I don't know if you wanted to show more. Like this is the backsmith. This is another sequence that we've created here. So you see here, this is like it's pretty much how it's going to work in the game. Oh, it looks more like a backflip. Something happened. Kind of weird, missed out Smith backflip, whatever. But yeah, exactly. GL, always making sure that everything's as supposed. By the way, you probably saw the GL Nightmare video talking about the laser flip. The way it's working right now is, since it is now physics, we need to add in every animation what orientation the flip is going to be spinning properly. And what happened with the laser flip is just like, no, it was a checkbox, like literally, like is I think it's clockwork or counterclock, and it was counterclock while it was supposed to be clock. That's it. So it's already fixed. It's been like one of those bold changes that we didn't took care too much, and a mistake slid. So yeah. Is there anything else? You know what? I think I'm gonna try something, because it is getting freaking hot here. So I'm gonna add air conditioner, and if it's too noisy, then we'll stop it. So maybe Seb can talk. Is it getting too loud? Are we good?
Because we started air conditioning.
Okay, cool. Because we started air conditioning. It's freaking hot in Montreal here right now.
It's like 40 degrees.
Yeah, I think it's like 114 Fahrenheit. It's crazy. It's just like awful. Anyway, so yeah, so I think Seb could talk about like the art and the intention that's behind.
Yeah, the intention that's behind the art right now. Yeah, for sure, we're still working on, because what you've seen in the teaser is small portions of the banks, and there was also one or two shots in the Post Plaza, but we're still working on that. And the art direction, so we've decided to switch to toon shading, right?
Yeah.
So everything that you have seen on the teaser will be changed to toon shader to have a more cartoonish look. No, I'm joking. I wanted to make
we felt that Tony Hawk 5 had this perfect balance of toon.
Yeah. No. So no. So art direction wise, what you have seen on the teaser is the main objective. So we're targeting that kind of look. For sure, we're gonna also work on the performance to make sure that you guys are enjoying the game at good frame rate. And what else? So there's so many things art-wise, because the main objective for now is to the gameplay. The gameplay level design-wise, we need to focus on that, because yes, we're building the first hub in the banks and small area, Brooklyn area. So we need to focus on the gameplay. So we have a lot of discussion, Marc-André, Rob, and I, just to make sure that the gameplay is fun and that you guys will enjoy the skating in the Brooklyn banks and the Police Plaza. What else? Because we're only two artists right now, we're trying to. it's kind of really hard to. Okay, what should I work on today? There's so many things that needs to be done. Props, material, textures, level art, so it's quite huge. So, but if you have any comments concerning the art, or if you have suggestions, so feel free to send your comments. So it's always great to have feedback. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I don't know what to add to the art side, but
maybe I can add that. As you probably seen, I think it's really important to us to really feel like what you skate feels like a real city. So and in real life, like especially like this area of New York is really trash. It's dirty. This is really something we want to keep. No clean city. Also, Design wise, we still want to make sure that we've been taking some creative um, control over how the Brooklyn Banks really is in real life to make sure that it's kind of gets fun. But no, we just want to make sure that you know our goal is not to turn it into a fantasy skate park or whatever. It's really like
We want to make it
where
accurate.
exactly where it is iconic and needs to be accurate.
Yeah.
It's gonna stay accurate,
That's it.
and where it kind of we're losing areas where we could add more fun to it. This is where we're kind of putting some more
Yeah.
custom things, but still super grounded and realistic.
Yeah, like yesterday we were talking about a small portion of the map that was okay. In real life, it's kind of empty, but at some point, because we're a skate game, we're gonna add more stuff in those kind of empty space to make sure that there's gameplay in there. But yes, we want to make the game accurate as much as possible, but we're gonna stretch some little portion here and there just to make sure that it's fun. Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So yeah, I think we could say that we've covered most of
Maybe we could jump with the questions.
yeah,
Or...
and then jump to more questions and things like this. So yeah, so that's pretty much where we're at right now. We just wanted to make sure that you guys knew that what you see is this pretty much the progress of where we are and what it implies and everything. So yeah, so I'm just gonna.
If you guys do San Francisco in the future, yeah, right now we're gonna focus on New York for sure. We're gonna do a first hub, do it, make it great, and after that, the objective is for sure to give you more and more area to skate. But the main objective for now is to deliver a nice looking Brooklyn area.
Yeah. Trying to find that buggy.
So maybe we can jump with some questions.
Yeah.
Do you plan on reworking blending of animation soon?
This is this is in the making. This is now blending, IK, kind of a jiggly effect, and well, like the pretty stuff usually comes really late in development. Just for the sake of, let's put in a situation that you're working on one particular animation that needs to blend with an. I need to be more visual. I'll put it back where it was. Kind of like this. I'll reduce the. I'll try to explain how it works visually. Oh shit! Sub disappeared. Okay, cool. So yeah, so let's say that I'll go super basic, but let's say that you have like a loop here, and you have another loop here, which is like, let's say, like idle, walk, and idle again. So usually near the end, this is where you start to put more transition along the way to make sure that it idle and then start to walk and then walk, and after this stop and then goes back to idle. But let's say that this walk changed 5 times in 2 months, like whether it could be style, timing, and everything. Like, so if this one change, the transition to stop needs to change. The transition to idle needs to change. The transition to jump needs to change. So it implies like a really wide range of animation that needs to be modified. So this is really important that the walk is as final as we can, so we can start building those transition and make it pretty and make feels better. and where most of the time people think it's blending, it's actually an animation that plays that makes it feel better, smoother. So yeah, this is the kind of things that is happening a lot later. So that's why, you know, uh, it is for us. It's kind of a difficult portion because now we've started to show the game in really early stage. But usually, what you see from development is always like the last chunk, and not that much what's happening here. So I would say for really long time, animation is not going to look that pretty. There's going to be a lot of floating hands and feet that cross the ground and things like this. And it is normal because we just need to make sure that every foundation is really well set and well implemented and working, so we can start adding like this is what we call icing, because IK, for example, is something that goes post animation, that happens after an animation is done. So if you are trying to work an animation and there's always this IK that fights you to make it look good at the base, this is where it kind of goes wrong. This is where we don't have IK yet. This is why we don't have like the full, smooshy thing that goes on top as an icing and kind of final the animation. So this is how animation works for games in a nutshell. So to get back on the answer, will the animation going to be smoothed soon? It's going to be kind of a gradually getting smoother and smoother over the releases. But for sure, don't expect to have like one super clean section and another like really crappy. It's going to be like really wide step that goes like this and then gets better and better over time. So yeah, so I guess that kind of covers the subject. So hope it's clear. If it's not, anyway, I know I promised a stream of me making animation. It is still on the pipe. It's just that with the E3 we had to put a lot of things on the side, like T-shirts, boards, and things like this.
Someone was asking a question about custom board shape.
Yeah. Okay. This is definitely something we'd love to. This is going to be part of the final customization feature. The one we've made right now is a really basic, purely aesthetic. So it's going to be shirt, pants, and things like this. But later on, we're going to add we want to go as far as we can. So it won't be just aesthetic. So if you skate a toothpick, and it's going to flip a lot faster than a boat, like a 8.5 board that's going to flip slower, and things like this. If you ride type trucks, it's going to turn less, and things like this. And same thing for wielderity and things like that. This is all the kind of really important things that we want to cover along the way with the customization. Loretta was asking a question for our style. What are some in real life spots you already have in mind for the earlier builds? Right now, as Seb was saying, we're putting our effort on making a really cool New York hub, and then after this, we will start to investigate the cool spots that might be worth doing in 3D, but not particularly the surroundings. Now, if it's in a really if it's in a suburb where there's nothing else to do than this particular spot, then we will build that spot with good surroundings, so you'll be able to go skate that spot. So it kind of goes back to the root of Session, where it was a spot-based game. So we're going to have an hybrid of hub, kind of bigger level, kind of streams.
Yeah, I think in terms of size, some hubs will be bigger than others.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then I would say right now the idea is nothing's official, but the idea is you open up the map and then you browse the spot you want to go, and then you go there and then you skate. So yeah, so maybe I think it's getting really close to lunch here. I think it was a fairly good stream, so maybe we can jump on the Discord questions.
Yeah. So will there be a dev build for transition, or will we have to wait until the early access or later?
I think I can say yes for the dev build, but just so you know, it is clear. Like transition is and has never been planned for early access 1. This is happening during the early access thing. So, but one thing you guys need to know is there will still probably be builds during the early access periods before we go to big updates. So there will still be a couple of dev builds that you will be able to play before it goes on early access.
Next question, will the backers get to play test Brooklyn Banks or Filmer mode before early access release?
There's a good chance that you will try the Filmer mode. As for the banks, I don't know. Chances are not, unfortunately, because it's a big chunk, it's a big reveal. And we already know that the dev builds that we give is kind of blending here and there on the network, on internet. So we cannot really allow ourselves to reveal the banks before early access, big release, big public release. That would kind of kill the hype.
Next question, have you guys considered making scoop and flip tricks spin faster at the start of the animation and then slow down, lose momentum over time?
Yeah, it is already the case for the flip tricks. I'm not sure about the scoop. The scoop mechanic is not fully finished yet. It's partly on my side right now. I need to redo all the animation to make sure that all the flip tricks kind of have a cohesive kind of groups. If I can talk more about this, is like kick flips, heel flips are going to be kind of grouped together and share the same kind of speed. So your muscle memory will be able to tackle pretty much any kind of flips. So if you get used to catch a kick flip, it will be mostly the same for catching a heel flip or a nollie heel or a nollie flip and so on. And same thing for tree flip, do like 300, 260 cool, shove it and things like this.
Next question, are there plans for a height drop mechanic?
Yes, there are plans. When? During early access, or is it post V1? We don't know, but we definitely would love to add some good challenges, because I think it's one thing to land a trick and it's another one to land after a big gap. So I think that'd be really cool that we add more challenge, so it makes sense to do big gaps.
Next question, are the props going to be physics based? And are you going to be able to move stuff around to create something fresh to skate?
Maybe one day, we'd love to.
Not the main objective.
Never say no, but right now we cannot say yes.
Definitely it could be fun.
Yeah, but it's in the pipe. It's part of the. We're actually it was part of the stretch goals and Kickstarter. So if one day we sell enough copies to get to the stretch goal, yeah, totally.
Are buddy spins ever going to be separate from board spins?
If you play catch mechanics right now, it is the case. It's funny because I've watched this question yesterday and I was, I think they're already separated. As for the automatic catch,
I think that's the question.
Yeah, for automatic catch, it's going to be kind of difficult because if you disconnect, it kind of goes against the concept of going manual. So I don't know. I don't know for the automatic. Right up my head right now, I don't see how it could work. But Vincent is not here, so he would have been the guy to answer this question.
Next one. does Microsoft have any role in session, or are they just partner due to game preview?
Other than cheering up, nope. No, they don't have. And I think it's a really good question. I think it's worth talking about it. It is crucial for us that we keep creative control of the game. So the reason why Microsoft is with us is mostly because they've been like really chill, they've been really kind, and I feel they genuinely wanted to help us. And this is not like nothing related to design. No, they invited us at E3. They offered us to do this teaser because they felt the session was worth being part of the debrief, and all this. But design-wise, decision-wise, no, Microsoft does not have any word to say about the game.
Next question. Will there eventually be a sense of weight added to the physical?
Yep.
Yes.
I think we've covered the topic with animation. So,
I was going through everything. Will controller vibration will be added?
Yeah, this is another kind of icing thing. Usually this is being made really close to ship a game. It's never early in the progress. So yes, there will be. No, you will feel the bricks in the controller. I think that'd be great.
Will the grinds be finer tuned before early access, like balancing?
We'd love to. We're gonna have to watch. It's always a matter of budget, effort, time, and all these. But we definitely would love. This is a big topic. Right now, the grinds are super basic. It's just like it snaps and that's it. The idea behind the grinds right now was really to know how it was feeling to call those tricks with the input scheme we had. But after this, we want to put like friction physics on the board. We want to catch a trick, catch a grind, depending not only on the input but also the orientation of your board. All this is in the pipe, and we'd love to do a pass on grinds for early access. That's for sure. How much will it be made before? We don't know yet.
Will there be any pros in the game?
We'd love to.
Yeah,
we'd love
Actually, we've met some people at LA. We don't want to spoil any name,
Yeah.
but that would be.
This is
Yeah.
we're discussing. We're trying to find ways to have pros and brands. Has always been things we wanted to add to the game. Yeah.
Good question here. Is the filmer mode also going to work playing solo?
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
When customization is added, will
Maybe
you...
we can talk about more like how the film mode is going to be played.
Yeah.
So it's going
Like
to
we did
be
for the
kind of
teaser.
an option in the video editor, so you'll be able to go to play back your animation and do the filmer during your playback. That's it. that's all I wanted to add.
When customization is added, would you add in colored grip tape?
Yeah.
Will there be some kind of weather mechanic added? That's funny because we had the discussion yesterday. We were talking about. Yeah, for sure. For early access, it's not the objective, but eventually, having a weather system would be really great. Like having rain. Yeah, for sure, because it could change the way you play.
Yeah, doing tricks in the rain.
Surfaces.
Super.
Yeah, but that would definitely be something we would like to have. When will you guys add no complies to the game?
That's a good one. We have the animations. We definitely want to have no complies, wallies and wall rides, things like this. When I hope it's going to be during the early access. It's going to depend like how many people we can hire, how much time we're going to add in between. in terms of budget and everything. But yeah, yeah.
And the last one.
Oh yeah, the big one.
The big one.
When will it be
coming out on
yeah.
PS4?
Yeah. I guess we have to go with the same answer as we keep. Right now, the focus is PC, Xbox. We're open to look at other consoles. That is going to happen after V1 and in the Microsoft exclusive. Oh, I think Nick wanted me to kind of clarify what was this Microsoft exclusive thing. When they say console launch exclusive, is when the game launched on console, there's a time exclusive. During that period, the game is going to be exclusive just for Xbox One, and it does not impact the PC version. So when we launch, right now, it is Game Pass, Early Access, and after this you have this 3-month exclusive to Xbox One, One X, and Steam. So that's it. So, and then after this is where we can start looking at PS4 and other. So,
but for sure, we want you guys, all the people, to enjoy the game.
Yeah.
We want everyone to be able to play session.
Yeah.
So, do we have any other?
Yeah. So just to bear in mind that right now we're just 5, and every console has their challenges. So by putting too much effort on many consoles at the same time, whatever, it dilute a lot the development of the game. So this is mainly why we want to focus on Xbox PC. It's two platforms that communicates fairly well. So so this way we can make a really cool game, solid, and after this we go.
Yeah.
So yeah, port over Nintendo 64. Find someone who wants to, and we'll talk.
Frame rate gonna be an issue.
Yeah.
Just the frame rate.
Yeah, no, exactly. I think the console is going to
Explode.
Yeah. Also, something I wanted to talk because as much as we want to release the game, I think this is like it will be kind of the final word for the stream, because there's been a lot. Like obviously, I think the video, or at least the present during E3, it generated 87 articles on the internet, all good articles, which is great, and reach, like direct reach, over 2 million users. This is insane.
Awesome. Yeah.
And obviously, like the when question is popping everywhere. It's super exciting for us. People want the game. It's really cool. But I'm gonna be this time, Vince. I'm gonna be the party pooper. It's gonna go out when it will be ready. As badly as it is, if I have to, I personally, and I'm pretty sure Seb and Vince share the same thing. If we have to choose between shipping on the set date or shipping a great game, we will always go for the great game.
Yeah.
So
we're all gamers, and as you are, and we play a lot of early access game, and we want to make sure that our game session will be, even if it's an early access game, it needs to be in pretty good shape.
It needs to be on point.
It needs, yeah.
And especially more since we've announced the game at E3, expectations are super high. We know it's not Skate 4, but we will always be benched to Skate 4. So this is why we need to be extremely tight when we release the game. And it's even more difficult for us because Skate 4 doesn't exist. So it is this kind of dream skateboarding version in the heads of everyone. So benching a dream or benching something that is not like
tight enough.
physics that doesn't exist is close to impossible. So we need to go all in and make sure that early access is as kick-ass as we can.
And like Matt Connolly said previously, I joined the team like 2 months ago, and it happens a lot. Every day I'm working, I have a bunch of ideas.
Yeah.
And the thing, because we used to work in bigger companies before, and AAA games, 800 people working in a team, huge team. And when you have an idea and you're in an independent company, it's like, oh, I have that idea, and you go back, oh, I'm all alone with that.
Yeah.
So I need to do it myself. So it's that's the big difference. But we want to make a good game. That's the thing. And like Matt Connolly said, the game will be ready when it's gonna be.
Yeah. So
we're gonna be happy with it. And
So last time we spoke, we spoke to you. We've been talking about Q3. If any of you have been on the internet since E3, you probably noticed this is kind of more Q4. So expect it might change anytime. Right now, I could say that one of the reasons why we go Q4 is obviously the Unreal Grant allow us to make it better stuff. Not always more, just better. It's we're really targeting toward this, especially making sure that it is better, not more. So that's it. So we just wanted to kind of share this. We know it sucks when you want a game and it doesn't come out and it gets delayed. But right now the good news is, for us so far, all the reason why it got delayed is just because we could do better. So we had like the Microsoft opportunity, and then after this now we have the Unreal opportunity, and we don't know what's coming up. But for sure that every time there's something that happens to us that could make this game better, and make it like more bang for the buck for yourself, we will always make the decision to go to make something better, regardless the time frame. We're sorry about that, but I'm pretty sure you prefer have a great game later than just a sucky game on time. So, So I think that's it.
that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Cool. Thanks. So thanks a lot. I think we've covered a lot today. I hope you guys are happy about the update and the stream. We will always try to make it better and more tight. But I think it's kind of us. We're like never expect something too like official. It's cool to have like this laid back exchange with you guys. This is how we are. This is how we make the game. No kind of a corporate bullshit or whatever. It's us.
No false promises.
Yeah, no. We do this because we're having fun.
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
This is why
I'm having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It feels great.
So thanks guys. Hey, how nice. Louis Lavoie.
Louis. Hey,
Cheers,
Louis.
man. It's super cool that you're there. Is Simon there too? Is he watching us? Is he still watching? Bishop? Is Bishop here? Huh? Yeah.
Sad looking.
Oh yeah, Seb. Okay, let's go funny. I wanted to. I think I'm going to have a custom T-shirt for Seb. I just want to share this with you guys and let me know if you think it is a good idea.
Is it a good idea or not? Sadly, I don't have this car.
What's the thing in the middle? How is it called?
Core or something.
Yeah, core. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to do this, but doing an S.
Is it there?
S on session? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, and it's going to be like an exclusive Tony Stark T-shirt. I don't know. Okay, that was a joke. That's it. So you see that, like we've been
like we said, we are having a lot of fun here.
yeah. Oh, cannot find the YouTube.
En haut à gauche. Like dashboard, like dashboard.
Oh yeah,
This is our crea-ture, yeah. I want to have that T-shirt. Could be fun.
Oh, this is really funny because Phantasm is talking about unorthodox update. It's really funny because people like it's my funny way of saying I'm weird. I'm doing like unorthodox method of explaining stuff. Because every time I'm trying to explain a design or a concept, like I see like those dead fish eyes in everyone around, not following at all what I'm saying. Sorry, you had to see this. Okay, so
yeah.
So thanks, guys.
Thank you very
I think
much.
it's time to stop this
There.
because before we go awkward. So thanks a lot. See you next month, roughly in the same time.
Ciao. Talk to you soon.
Yeah. Cheers.